Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to another Transformers review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Minimates Transformers from Diamond Select Toys. And I love these guys. I've been sort of on and off collecting Minimates for quite a long time now. I started by getting all the Ghostbusters ones, well, as many as I could get because they weren't available in the UK, so I had to import them. And then I got some of the real Ghostbusters ones, and then I just sort of pick them up as and when I see them now. Over here we have a shop called the Original Factory Shop, and they have been stocking a lot of the Marvel ones in recent years, so my Minimates collection has pretty much exploded over the last sort of 2 or 3 years. But Transformers Minimates, I never saw this coming. I have to admit, I never in a million years thought that this would happen. But here they are, and they look mighty fine in the packaging. They do. I love the way they're displayed. So you get to see the figures, you know, all in all their glory. Yeah. I will say for mine, I usually keep the boxes, but in this case I'm not going to be able to because the company I bought them from, I don't know where they had this stored, but it reeks like a musty cellar. It's just awful. It's just the worst smell. So yeah, I'm going to get these things out of the box quickly so I can get rid of it because Anywho, let's have a look at the packaging, and as I said, it's in this really good window box. I can't remember if others, I vaguely recall some of them coming in boxes like this, because the newer ones are like 2-packs and they're just sort of in a small box, aren't they? But I'm pretty sure some of the Ghostbusters ones came in a box like this. So yeah, pretty similar packaging there. So as you can see, we get Prime and Bumblebee, and then weirdly we get Shockwave, which I mean I'm more than happy with because, as some of you will know, Shockwave is my favourite character along with Soundwave. Weird that it's not Megatron. Well, anyway, and then we get Starscream down the bottom, and we will take a close look at these when we get them out of the box anyway. And there's some G1-y style artwork at the bottom with Prime looking very Japanese actually. So yeah, pretty cool. So on the back we have a little bit of a bio going on in the middle. You just read that quickly. And then we've got some nice artwork. We've got at the top here, we've got Starscream and Bumblebee looking very cartoony also. And again, that looks very anime, especially the Starscream looks really anime. So yeah, no anime Shockwave. Slightly disappointing, but okay. Yeah, and then you can see we've got all 4 of the figures on the back there. So yeah, it's fairly simple packaging. I don't think they've changed it much in over the years, as they don't seem to have. Right, so let me crack these guys open, get rid of this box, and then we'll take a closer look at the figures. So be right back. Right, so here are all the little guys out of the package, and they are really cool. I really love the way these guys look. But before we get started in on individual robots, let's take a look at what they come with. So everybody gets their own little clear stand, and if you're not familiar with Minimates, then basically you just you plug the feet. You'll see you've got a little hole in there. You just plug that into the stand, like so. If it will go, there we go, and it just helps them to stand. So yeah. And they do help because obviously the footprint of a Minimate isn't exactly huge, so yeah, they definitely are appreciated. So you get 4, you get 1 for each. Let's just pop these out of the way for the minute. And then we get to the teeny tiny things. So Prime comes with his rifle, and this is really small. It's pretty well done though, given the size. And it's done in a gunmetal grey. So he has that, and he does also have the obligatory Energon axe. I'm really fed up with these. We get one of these in every single thing, don't we? One episode he used that in for like 30 seconds and we never saw it again, but every Prime has to have one. Anyway, yeah, you get one of those, so if you like those, you're well catered for. Bumblebee comes with a... oh goodness, hold on. I've got to try and get hold of this. I've got quite small hands, and even for me this is a struggle. That's so tiny, I can't get it to focus. Hold on. Just... oh, there you go. It's really little. But it's painted in silver, so it's quite nice. Oh, and I can still smell that smell. Oh, I bought the reissue of the Rainmakers set as well from the same company, and that reeks as well. Anyway, and then we get this head, and I have to admit, I'm kind of drawing a bit of a blank with this. I'm thinking it's Goldbug. So if you wanted to have your Bumblebee as Goldbug instead of Bumblebee, you could just swap the heads over. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's Goldbug, because I did pop it on and it did look very Goldbug. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And that's about it for the accessories. I mean, it's not too bad, is it? Because Shockwave's one comes attached and Starscream has his null rays. So yeah, it's not too bad. And obviously they can hold the weapons. Hopefully. So just gonna slide that in there. Oh, you can't see because I'm not putting it in focus. Nothing wants to focus. Everything's so small, teeny tiny. It should just... there we go. And that gun's a little bit rubbery as well, so you can hold that quite well. And if you did want to give him the Energon axe, sorry Starscream. Starscream doesn't want to stand up very well on his own. That one definitely needs to stand. If you want to use the Energon axe, excuse the pictures of my arm, then you're just going to pop the hand off, and then you can see there's the resultant hole there, and the axe has a little peg on it, and you can just plug that in there. So yeah, the accessories are really easy to change. Excuse me. Oh, no, that's not right. It does say on a box that you can mix and match parts, so, you know, I mean, if you wanted to do that, you could do. I mean, like, you can take these pieces off of Prime's arm and you could put them on Starscream if you wanted. Or you could put Starscream's head on Prime's body and you could have that whole, you know, Starscream pretending to be Prime if you wanted. So those are the accessories anyway. So I'll just move those out of the way for a minute. Right, so let's have a look at Prime first, because we've got him in shot. Let me just move the others out of the way, and then the camera only has the one thing to focus on. So yes, they are Minimates, so they are very, very small. They're about 1.5 times a Lego minifigure, so they're a little bit bigger than those. If you don't already have Minimates in your collection, but if you do, then obviously you know what sort of size these things are. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty well done. I mean, they're not... what's the word I'm looking for? They're not premium figures. They're, you know, they're just cheap little fun collectible. Well, they're not cheap for us in the UK, but they're cheap in America. Just fun little collectibles that you can put in your collection. And yeah, they're done pretty well, given the price point. Let's see how far we can get in on this before the camera decides it doesn't want to focus. I think we're about there. So yeah, you can see that Prime's got his helmet there, all nicely painted, and they are very, very, very metallic. Looks really nice. Blue eyes. All the usual bits you would expect to see on an Optimus figure, but very, very small. And yeah. I can't get hold of him. I'm trying to only have the one hand in shot, because if I have two hands in shot, all you're going to see is my fat digits, and nobody wants to see those too much. So. But yeah, you can see down on his legs there, he has the usual detailing that you'd expect to find on a Prime. He's got the Autobot insignia on his arm, got the smokestacks, and there's a few bits of detailing around the back also. So yeah, they're pretty cool. They're nicely done. So that's the Prime. Let's have a look at the Bumblebee. And I like the Bumblebee. He's very shiny. He's more. Yeah, he is more Goldbug than Bumblebee, so that's what makes me think that head is Goldbug, and I'm pretty sure of it now anyway. Because he's more gold than yellow. And honestly, I would not be surprised if in the not too distant future we get a more cartoon accurate coloured Bumblebee. I would say I think pretty much odds on that one. But again, let's have a look at his face. It's quite nicely done. I would have liked maybe if he was smiling. I always kind of like Bumblebee smiling because that's the way he was in the show. So yeah, but yeah, it's nicely done. And you can see there he's got all the right beetle elements. Very nice gold paint. Autobot symbol on the front. And they've even got the bumpers and the headlamps painted. So yeah. And he's got the spare wheel on the back. Yep. So there's Bumblebee. So while we've got Bumblebee, let's have a look at this extra head. So you're just going to pop off the helmet section. And take the head off. And then we'll give him, oh, that's it. I knew I'd end up bunging it somewhere. We'll give him the Goldbug head. There we go. And then just put the helmet back on. And yeah, I actually think that works better with this colour scheme. I think it looks better than just the Bumblebee. Yeah, I think I might actually leave mine like this and wait until we get a more cartoon accurately coloured Bumblebee, because I think this works much better as Goldbug. Yeah, he's really nice. So that's the Bumblebee / Goldbug. Let's have a look at the Starscream. And yeah, my Starscream doesn't really want to stand up very well. He's definitely going to be in need of the stand. But yeah, let's see. Let's try and get that face in the light a bit. His face is quite dark because they've painted it more of a gunmetal than a silver. So it's quite difficult to get the light on that. But you get a general idea. And he's smirking, as Starscream should always be. I always have all my Starscreams. If there's an option of a smirking face, that's the face he gets, because I just think it's perfect Starscream. And you can see he's got his null rays there. I don't know if the null rays detach. No, I think they're moulded in, and I'm not going to pull it out to try. It seems pretty much on there, so yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't be taking it off anyway. I mean, perhaps some collectors might like to take them off, and you probably could if you ran around that with a craft knife. You could probably pop that out. I don't think it'd be too difficult to get it out. Not like cut it straight down, just run around the inside a little bit, and it might pop out. But obviously, we're going to see this at least twice more. So it's not going to be any different when we get Skywarp and Thundercracker, but I look forward to getting them because I want all three Seekers. I see he just does not want to stand up. I think it's because of the way his heels are. You know, he's got the afterburners on the backs of his legs where they usually are, or on his heels, I should say, on the backs of his legs. I've been out tea cutting the car today. I don't know what I'm saying now. Anywho. He's nicely painted, very, very shiny silver. Oh, for goodness sake, Starscream, stand up, man. Right, I'm going to hold your leg. There. So you've done it now. I've got to hold on to your leg. And, yeah, he's got the usual detailing. All very Starscreamy. Oh, flipping heck. He's determined that he doesn't want to get filmed properly. You can see he's got the Decepticon logos on his back there. Well, at the back of his wings, anyway. So yeah, he's pretty cool. And obviously I left the best one till last. So here is Shockwave. Starscream's just fallen over again. He can flipping stay that way now. Serves him right. Shockwave is absolutely fantastic. I love the way the Shockwave looks. He's just dropped his arm. Yes, this is a thing with Minimates. Because they do this interchangeable parts thing, I find a lot of my my Minimates just tend to drop parts of themselves quite randomly. But he is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's the best one out of the set. Not that I'm biased or anything, but his purple is so deep and rich and so metallic. It is gorgeous. I would love to get this colour Shockwave in a larger figure. I think that would be outstanding. If they do one of these, what do they call it? Are they the bigger ones that they do with less articulation? I think they're called Vinyl Mates or something. If they did this in a big one, I'd buy that. I'd absolutely buy that. But yeah, he looks gorgeous. I mean, even his eye is a beautiful gold. I think it's the same gold that they've used on the Bumblebee / Goldbug. But just on here, it really makes him pop. I think the paint could be a bit cleaner around these sort of ear pieces, but you know, I mean, I've painted figures this big, and honestly, if you're doing it at the speed of these poor workers over in the factories, wherever this is made, China, Vietnam, wherever they're getting them made these days, the speed they have to do them, I'm not going to fault that, because it's not their fault. And come on, Hasbro, with the amount of money we're paying for these things, can we give these people a wage rise, please? At least, you know, a living wage. Sorry, don't mean to get political, but anyway, let's enjoy the figure. But yes, he looks fantastic, and I'm loving the bit at the front. I'm flipping it now, I'm knocking him over. And he does have a translucent hand and gun barrel, which is absolutely the way it should be. And the right details on the legs. And yeah, he's got a bit of a backpack going on, but it's Shockwave, so you know he should have a backpack going on. So yes, overall, individual bots all look awesome. I will use Shockwave for the articulation. Now, if you have Minimates, you'll probably already know this, but I'll just run it down quickly. They are quite well articulated, but it is somewhat hindered, but for, you know, they're tiny, so... Right, so the heads are on ball joints, so yeah, and Shockwave's one does really like to come off on me, so you can get a little bit of quizzical out of it. He's chopped his arm again. Do you know what? Sorry, Shockwave, as much as I love you, this is not going to work. You stand over there. Right, let's do Prime instead. I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking you should have done Prime. I'm doing Prime. Right, so in the case of Prime, you don't really get more... His helmet's just going to rotate. You don't get much more than a rotating head when he's got the main helmet on. You get a little bit of side to side, but you don't get too much. There's a little bit back, a little bit forward. The arms, everything is basically on ball joints or hinges. So the arm is on a ball joint, so you can get some movement out of that. That's going to come off. I can feel it. The elbow is on a hinge, so you get about that. You can move the hands. There is a waist twist up underneath this section here. You can just see it in there, but it's covered by this piece here, so you can just do that. Get a bit of rotation there. You can move the legs forward and backwards. You get a little bit of out to the side, but it's not too much. And then you can bend the knee. So yeah, you get a fair bit. I mean, given the size of these things, I think it's pretty good. So yes, what do I think of the set overall? I love it. I really do. I love these things. As I said, I've been a Minimates fan since I first discovered them. Back when they started doing the Ghostbusters ones, and I've just picked them up over the years, just different ones, mainly the Marvel ones now, to be honest, because those are the ones that tend to show up the most over here. But yeah, I think these are really cool. I do really like them. So yeah, I paid, I think they were 15 quid from the company I got them from. I'll be honest, I don't think it's a company I'll use again. It's not that their service is bad, but I don't want my stuff coming in this kind of smelling musty, ugh, no, I don't like it. It's I'm going to have to bin that box now, and I do like to keep Minimates boxes usually, but the smell's just too bad. But if you are after these, I would suggest going to Robot Recruits and seeing if they have any in stock. At the time of recording, I do believe he has a few sets available, so do go check that out. Do check out all the other products on Robot Recruits as well, because they stock a lot of Transformers. So yeah. And as always, I am now on Discord. It'd be fun to see you over there. If you'd like to come chat about these or any other Transformers or any of the other things that I review for that matter, come let me know. I will send you the link and invite you over. But I think that's it for this review. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's been quite long, but I did want to be quite thorough with these. Future reviews on these will be a bit shorter, but yeah. So as always, thanks for watching. Do take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.